What does $700 a night at a luxury safari lodge get you? Apparently, a lot. We stayed at Etali Safari Lodge for 3 nights, and it was one of the best vacations of my whole life. Etali Safari Lodge is located in the Madikwe Game Reserve, which is about a 4.5-hour drive from Johannesburg. But if you're coming from Botswana like us, it's only a 5-minute drive from the border. Etali Safari Lodge usually costs a lot more, but we got a 40% discount at the time we booked, which means our total cost per night came out to roughly $700. Here's how it went. When we arrived at the lodge, a staff member took our bags and our hostess led us inside to give us a mini tour.
Inside here is where we meet for the game rest. This afternoon at 3:30, there's high tea. It's going to be prepared there. Then at 4 o'clock, you leave for the safari.
Okay.
Yeah. Also in the morning, there's a wake-up call at 5:30. Then at 6 o'clock, you leave for the safari.
Okay.
But you can come maybe for 10 minutes before 6 to come and have a cup of coffee and tea before you go out.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were even given some delicious welcome drinks. Since we were starving, we didn't go to the room first. We just sat down for lunch and we had the best view of these gorgeous giraffes hanging out near the lodge's waterhole. For lunch, I clung to my Western roots and I went with a burger while my mom got this tasty looking Asian noodle salad. It was pretty hot, so we only saw the giraffes stop by for a drink of water, but it was a wonderful view to have while we ate. Shortly after lunch, we were led to our room by the staff. Here's a quick room tour. Here's my mom taking a nice afternoon nap on the king-size bed. Off to the side, there's a little seating area next to a fireplace, which I'm sure comes in handy in the winter. They also leave you this cute basket of snacks, but unlike most hotels, it's included in the price of the room. Here we have a mini fridge stocked with sodas, water, and even beer, also free to drink. Here we have a nice-sized tub with a good view of the outside. I'll get to that in a moment. Also, this little fella parked in the corner next to the tub for like 2 days straight. Desert life. And next to the tub is the shower with a rain head. Now for the best part, the balcony. Look at this view. I thought this was a jacuzzi, but it's actually a mini pool and it's way deeper than I thought it would be. But the view from here is also great. Next to the pool is an outdoor shower, also with a rain head. You get total privacy out here. I was so happy to see the same waterhole we got a view of at lunch was also right in front of our room. So we got to sit outside and watch the animals come to the waterhole at any time of the day. We had a bunch of monkeys stop by and hang out by the water, an antelope that was all by himself, and this family of zebras. But the best part about this, besides seeing all the cool animals, were the sunsets. My camera doesn't do it any justice, but these were the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen. When it was time for dinner, we called the staff, as instructed, to come and guide us to the dining area. Apparently they do this to prevent the guests from being jumped by any of the animals, because sometimes monkeys like to tussle. Dinner was a 4-course meal, starting with this delicious asparagus appetizer, then a savory potato soup. The main dish was pork chops with veggies, very tasty, and for the dessert, a chocolate lava cake with a side of ice cream. I was so full, but this was so good. When we got back to our room, I noticed we'd gotten these branded slippers, which were super comfy to walk around before bed. We're officially up at 5 in the morning, about to go on our first game drive. The first game drive of our entire lives. And I only got like 2 hours of sleep, but I'm excited. Thankfully, the staff put out this nice table of snacks, juice, and coffee to help us wake up. We chilled here for about 10 minutes before our driver let us know it was time to go. And we were off. The man waving the flashlight ahead of us is doing that to look out for any wildlife and to make sure our path is safe, because for the first 15 minutes of the ride, it was still super dark. It was also extremely cold, like freezing, but fortunately we got blankets thanks to our awesome host.
You're welcome to stop us for anything.
Okay.
Yeah, ask questions, get more excited.
Okay. Thank you. We only saw a few impalas at first, but we soon encountered some strange noises.
Territory. GNU. They are also called GNU.
What does that mean? That it's making
Is it
that
calling
noise?
or is it just? Is it calling or?
Yeah. Yes. It's calling. just to advertise his presence.
But as the sun started to rise, we saw a few other animals emerge from their hiding places.
The wildebeest are selective grazers. They are quite selective on the type of grass they want to eat. And then they prefer much shorter grass. It's like 5 to 10 centimeter long.
Okay.
The wildebeest. But as for this guy, whether it's short or long, the tall grass, they go for it.
It was a little slow on the morning we went, but I did really enjoy just riding through the reserve and taking in the sounds and sights of all the nature around me. I've never experienced anything like this in my entire life, and if I had to ride around in a place like this for a few hours every day, I truly don't think I would mind. We were on a quest though to find a particularly elusive animal, so our driver decided to venture off the driven path, and we indeed found what we were looking for. Fortunately, they had just eaten, so the entire pride of lions was just chilling and resting and didn't seem too bothered by us at all. Or maybe they were just too lazy to get up. Still, I did feel a little uneasy, but our driver assured us we were fine.
They don't really react to humans.
No, we are fine. In the vehicle, we are okay.
They did seem pretty used to seeing humans, but it also helps that we were sitting in a huge Jeep. Though that doesn't stop every lion. We kept going a little further before our driver decided to park the Jeep for a short rest with tea and biscuits. It was nice to get out and stretch our legs, but I also noticed this trail of very large poop down the road, and I assumed it must have belonged to a rhino or an elephant. Speaking of rhinos...
It was a white rhino. And that was for a long distance. Did you see that? It's recent. Yeah.
They can run, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what was going on in that rhino's mind. Yeah, he was going for it like I'm getting this vehicle. Rhinos can run about 40 kilometers per hour.
Wow.
And they make quick turns, eh? Imagine all that body weight. It's not like, no, they make sharp, quick turns and they really come for you.
There was another one I saw with a hippo in the water chasing your boat.
Hippos are something else.
I was also fascinated by what it takes to work a job like this, so I asked our driver a few questions to learn a little bit more.
How long have you worked with Etali?
10 years.
10 years?
Cool.
10 long years.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a guide all along. I was a barman / waiter.
Oh, okay.
And then I sat on the chair trekking for about 2 years. And then I've been driving for about 5 years, I think.
Seems like a fun job.
It is. You don't even feel like you're working.
That's cool.
When you leave the lodge, like, let's go and have fun.
Yeah.
Do you usually stay at the lodge or do you like leave and come back?
So there's the staff premises where we all live together.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
When we knock, it's not far from the lodge actually.
Okay.
It's less than a minute from the main lodge
Okay.
to the staff quarters. It's less than a minute drive.
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Even walk during the day, we walk.
Yeah,
That's
that's
nice.
nice.
That's cool.
So we all work 21 days in, and then 7 days off. Like today is Wednesday. Yeah, we've got other people that went home this morning. Others arrived yesterday evening. So we rotate like that.
Okay.
So do you work 21 days, then 7 days off?
Off, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's nice.
We took off once again to find our path blocked by zebras, which was great because this was the closest I'd been able to get to them so far. Even though I definitely knew what zebras looked like before this, seeing them this up close felt like seeing them for the first time. As we drove back to the lodge, I was shocked by how green it was out here. With the amount of animals living in the reserve, it makes sense, but I had the same surprise I'd had in Botswana in realizing that southern Africa isn't just a sandy brown landscape, it's also teeming with beautiful life. The only animal I really wish I had seen were some elephants, but all was not lost. More on that in a bit. Once we were back at the lodge, the chef had prepared us this delicious assortment of croissants, meat, cheese, and fruit, with a main dish of omelets. It was so good. After breakfast, we went back to our room to rest, and as luck would have it, we came just in time to see a bunch of elephants gathered at the waterhole. The rest of the day consisted of more relaxation, but let me show you a little bit more of the lodge. If you don't want to go on a safari or hang out on your balcony all day, you can also go swimming or sit by this gorgeous infinity pool that overlooks the waterhole. There's also this lounge with beautiful art where you can watch TV or read a book in peace and quiet. And if you never miss a day at the gym, you can enjoy a workout at the lodge's outdoor wellness center. You can also book some spa time. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage of that, but trust me, it was amazing. On our last night at the lodge, the staff decided to do something a little different and served us dinner on the lower level of the lodge. There were only 2 other parties with us, so the dinner still felt very intimate, but the chef went all out. Just look at my plate. The 3 days we spent at Etali Safari Lodge were fantastic, but I could easily spend a week here. We were also fortunate enough to come during the low season, so we were often the only guests in sight during the day, which made the entire experience even more intimate and luxurious. When you combine that with the private safari and the gourmet meals we were served every day, I truly felt like a queen those 3 days.